Cool. I'm glad you guys joined in. You can see I'm going to be building this town center. Set number 60292. Let me do something here. Yeah. All right. So now you do trains. Aren't there like several layer training goals? Aren't there like several layer training
Do me a favour, Puppers. Can you speak, please? Because I don't know whether it's me, but it sounds like you might have a little bit of an echo there.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of feedback from my side.
Can you speak, please? Because I don't know whether it's me, but it sounds like you might have a
Is there sound okay?
I don't know whether it's me, but it sounds like you might
How you guys doing?
Nasty?
That's better.
Yep.
Okay, so you're good. Aaron, you're good too?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect.
Good here.
Cool. Good deal. So Aaron, your student today, talk about the stop motion.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on some stop motion later today. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out a set I can build with you guys here.
What? Stop motion.
Who can build something cooler than the Chinese New Year set?
Oh, there you go. That's a great set.
Yeah, I built 2 other ones already. This is the last of the 3 that I have to build, and I figured this would be a good time to do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Still kind of new to check this out here. Oh, you're good. Okay.
It's a lot of fiddling, buddy, but once you get it right, it's.
How you doing today?
Oh, we got a Star Wars set.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Sith art set. I've been meaning. This has been on my backlog forever.
Oh,
And,
nice.
gotta start building this thing. See how it goes. Do you guys have any of the art sets?
I don't at the moment.
I have a house full of kids. If I had a mosaic on the wall, it would soon come off the wall. So for that reason, I have no mosaics.
Yeah.
I would like the Harry Potter ones, though. They do look good. And again, some of them were half price over here in the UK. So,
Glad to join in. Yeah.
So the one thing I've already noticed just in bag one of this set, there's going to be so much red here. Trying to pick out pieces is going to be fun.
And that's the courtyard one, right? With the garden and everything in it.
No, this is the kind of the marketplace one with all the stalls when they came out early 2020.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did get the garden one, and I put that already. That one is gorgeous. I love that set.
Yeah, I haven't done any of those sets. They look awesome. I just can't see how to put them in my sleeve.
I know some folks are grumbling about the new Ninjago City Garden set not being a garden, but I think that this other one, the Chinese set, is definitely a garden. It's absolutely the case.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the Ninjago City Garden modular, but you're right. There's a very little garden part of it. It's like an afterthought to the set, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, if you guys like, we can go around the panel and introduce ourselves. And, also have a channel, so you can kind of say a little bit about the channel, what you do. Start with our daily life.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll start it off then. Yeah, we have a small YouTube channel where we post speed builds and little Lego animations, and we try to make videos that show off the sets that we're building and purchasing, just to have fun and play around with. And the channel's not just me; it's also my other half, Stacy. So we kind of take turns doing the animations and choosing the sets we buy, and just kind of do giveaways on some of our sets that we aren't going to be able to put. We don't have a Lego City. I know Papa's Bricks, a lot of Brett's Builds and Matt, they have really nice Lego cities. We unfortunately don't have space, so anything that's not going to go on the display shelf, we do a giveaway to make sure the sets get played with by other Lego fans. That's basically it in a nutshell. That's basically what we do.
Brett, you want to next?
well, I'm Brett Fields. I'm a dad. I've got a house full of kids. I've been back into Lego 3 years. I build mocks. I enjoy sets. My main themes are castle, train, city, space, and the Holy Grail, of course, monorail. But I like all Lego. I'm not particular. You know, I've got friend sets. I've got all sorts. Yeah, I just build crazy stuff and try to do as many live streams or be in the chat as I can. I love the Lego community. Everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hi, Matt. My channel's Brook Bricks. Brooks Bricks, yeah. Definitely a city-focused channel, but I do tend to mostly do a lot of mocking, because that's what I enjoy. I was into Lego for a long time when I was a kid. Of course, when I graduated high school, entered my dark age. And I was out of it for, 19 years, and got back in June of 2019 and have not looked back. And the only regret is that I didn't come out sooner.
Yeah. How you doing, Mama? So how's all yours weather like lately?
Cold.
Yeah, we're getting some snow here in West Texas, a little bit, and we're supposed to be down on the 0 degrees tonight.
That's about what we're seeing here. I got up for work yesterday morning, and my car said it was 4 degrees outside, and it sure as heck felt like it.
I've never experienced that yet.
In the UK, it's been -3 for the last week. We've had snow, ice, etc. But I will say today, when I got up and looked outside, the snow is melting. I think we're returning back to normality. At least I hope we are.
Yeah, definitely cold.
Where I am in New York State, I'm not far from Lake Ontario, if you know geography and where that is. So a big part of wintertime for my area is not just regular winter storms, but we get what's called lake effect snow that comes in off the lake itself. And that's what usually piles it up on us. And we've had a good bit of that the last couple of weeks as we've gotten cold.
Wow.
And it's kind of lame.
That's pretty crazy.
And it's just kind of the nature of how things work around here.
Come from off the lake, you said, huh? Just the wind.
Yeah, if the wind blows just the right way, depending on which direction it's going, it kind of collects moisture, especially with the lake still being relatively warm compared to the land. Just wells it right up and creates a nice line of snow. And if it's good enough, usually within a 15, 20-mile kind of band, north, south, depending on where it is, you can literally be driving in sun, and then 2 minutes later, you're in just whiteout conditions running into it.
Pretty crazy.
But that's what we expect here.
And what about you, Aaron? What's the weather like for you?
Well, I don't want to rub it in too much, but I'm from Southern California, so the weather here right now is perfect. It is 70 degrees and sunny outside.
Yeah, I've heard that from other people too. Not cool.
Yeah, my brother lives there in California, Dublin.
Oh yeah, that's also it's out like by Riverside County, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in, I was born in Oakland and was raised there in Oakland, Alameda for a little while, and then moved where I graduated from high school there. But yeah, we lived there for quite a year. Through high school anyway. Yeah, whenever I wanted to go to snow, I'd go to Lake Tahoe. And we'd go to the beach. We can go right down to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Pretty close.
Yeah, I think I've had some snow up in the mountains around here, so it's pretty nice.
It's nice until you see about 160 inches of it in a season.
Yeah, then you're over it.
We have to start shoveling snow and all that. Sorry I didn't catch you earlier when you popped in. Appreciate you stopping by. How you doing today?
Anybody know their trees and what this is supposed to be? I have no idea what kind of tree that's supposed to be.
Maybe it's supposed to be a cherry blossom tree. I don't know.
Could be. I love these sets because everything they give you is all printed. There's no stickers in this. It's so
Oh
cool.
wow. Yeah, that's the best part.
I like the bonsai tree where they use the pink frogs for the, I guess the leaf.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
I thought about getting the tree and actually building it to integrate into the city.
Yeah, definitely cool.
Yeah, that would look really good because it would be nice scale with the minifigures and everything. It looked really good.
Yeah, I just think it would look really, really nice.
I think
So how does everybody like the new road set plates? Have you guys been able to make it work in your cities?
The row plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Richard earlier that I don't think I'm going to integrate them in to my regular part of the city. I'm actually still using, by active choice, the older light gray and the green style row plates. When I got back into it, that was kind of my choice to get those because they felt more me as opposed to the regular dark bluish gray ones. So I'll probably keep those in, but I was thinking I could maybe integrate them into the future seaport area that I want to develop. I think that might work well for that.
Oh yeah. I could see it being really cool if somebody wants to build just a small city segment, like a mock of maybe 2 or 3 buildings, kind of freeform and like kind of like a freeform mock they would make for like a small minifigure scene. It could look really cool if you did something like that with city, but doing the whole city with it, I think would be really expensive, to be honest.
Well, I know there's some folks I've seen. His name Jarbricks over in the UK. There, he has swapped most of his city out at this point. He did it fairly quickly, and with his limited space, though, it actually looks pretty darn good for him. But I keep trying to visualize it for myself, and just it doesn't feel right to me. Not for what I see.
I have to agree with Matt. Obviously, having a lot of the vintage base plates myself, especially as they're the light grey, the vintage space, the pirate space, the ice planet base, the Blacktron monorail base that I've got. I just can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. They'd probably be better used as roofs for buildings for me, for building mocks. Do you know what I mean? The fact that you can clip 4 of them together and you've got a roof for a building, that would be more useful to me than having them as roads. And as you say, it's the cost of suddenly changing from everything you've got to something new. It's
Right.
too much.
I mean, I kind of see why they're doing it, especially because it says they're targeting towards 5 or 6 plus. It makes sense there. I get that, but as an AFOL, it doesn't make sense to me. for what I see.
What's to say they can't do both? That's my
I know
argument.
some people have actually said that. Like, why can't they have dual systems?
Yeah.
What's it going to hurt?
It's one of Lego scary stories. How hey, Mama's Legos were frustrated. Oh, it's not back in stock. I want to get that bouquet too. I think it's cool. I just built the tulips and the roses, and it's kind of unique little build. Put them in a vase. And up on the
Yeah, the flower belts look pretty neat.
What's up, Rick Sloth buddy? How you doing?
Hey, Brick Sloth. Come on. The more I see people play with these plates, these road plates, like you have to raise your seating modules up by one plate. And I've seen a couple people kind of integrate them into their seat now. The thing I miss though, I need the extra sidewalk space because I like to put a lot of speakers in there and display scenes. And where they
That's a good point, Papas.
Yeah.
That's it. There is no, now if you want to put a sidewalk on that, you've got to build it.
Yeah, you've got to go and buy things on top of what's already there. Make more work.
Yeah.
So now I think I'm just going to.
It's really silly to me, but one of my favorite little minifig utensils is this little cleaver piece. I think it's hilarious.
I know the one.
So how are you doing today, Brickslaw? What are you guys' favorite sets so far for the new sets that are out?
I would probably say the one you've got there.
Oh yeah.
That's on my want list. That's the next one on my want list. Definitely.
I actually am really happy with that skate park. I thought that was a cute build, and I integrated it perfectly with my little city park space.
I did say, Matt, and I was saying to Richard earlier, with the skate park, obviously over here in the UK, all the outside skate parks are concrete. So when I got it in tan, I was a little bit disappointed. So with my one, because I got two of the skate park, because again I'd seen like Richards and like it kind of enticed me into getting it and seeing what it was about. So I've changed all the beige bits for grey now, and I'm almost there on sort of finishing it how it should be, because with the plates, obviously the dark grey looks better than the beige.
Right. I didn't even plan it this way, but when I had an open spot in my park space in the city, and it just happened to work out that with that single 16 by 16 row plate piece plus the two sides with the ramps,
Yeah.
fit perfectly into the space I had allocated. Like, I didn't plan it that way, it just worked. I'm like, oh my god, that was fantastic. I didn't even plan this, and it just happened.
It's always nice when that happens.
Yeah.
Sloth, if you're at home, Sloth, why don't you come on the PC, buddy? If the phone don't work, always go to the computer.
Hey, Aaron, do you have a favorite city?
Yeah, of the city ones from 2021, the skate park is our favorite so far of the playsets. But we haven't done the set you're doing right now, this Central Square, and that one, me, just from the looks of it, probably might edge it out as being our favorite here. But we did like the skate park, but there, some issues with the color choices, and also the fact that I think too much of the set was revolving around the vehicle.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a good set just in by itself. But I would have liked more skate park and less car for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing you could certainly argue is the problem with it. I wouldn't disagree with that either. I did like the truck for sure. I think it's cool. But yeah, a little bit more focus on the skate park aspect would have probably been a little bit more beneficial.
Well, I mean, again, none of us would mind a second wheelchair in them colours, would we?
Well, I think it's really cool that they're integrating all that stuff now. They got the guy in the wheelchair. I think the set that you're building might have the figure that has the hearing aid, perhaps. One of the sets does.
Yeah.
Has Lego ever put out a wheelchair before this, or is this the first one?
No, they've had a few for at least a few years now.
Oh.
Yeah, I got one with the most recent hospital, the white and red one. I got a wheelchair with that. Trying to think what else. I've only got about 2 other wheelchairs, I think.
Yeah, the hospitals where I first saw it. Oh, also there's a city bus that came out. I think it was a 2017 set. It's that long,
Green and yellow.
and that came with one.
Was there a people pack that came with one too? No? I'm not sure.
Did the kind of maybe the forest related one, like the one with the eagle and all that, come with one in there? I don't know. The beach one didn't, that's for sure.
And the fairground one definitely didn't, because I got that one.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't recall the fairground one having one either.
I think what kind of drew me to this set was the car wash. I like the car wash.
See, now you say that, Puppers. I've got the older Octane garage. And again, it's got the car wash. Now, the brushes, other than the road sweeper, they don't come in many other sets. So the fact that, like you say, the car wash is what it is, yeah. Even in the old Octane set, it is epically good.
Right.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, if I have it over here somewhere. The first set I went on eBay and bought after I got back into Lego in 2019 was that old 1990s parking garage and shell gas station. That came with this.
Ooh.
This is your prime 1980s, 1990s thing right here. Gas and wash part of the parking garage. So I definitely want to rebuild something with that at some point. I just haven't done it yet.
A lot of window pieces here. Pretty cool. Oh my God, my wife must be starting the fire. So, that comes with the dog.
Oh, is that the one that has the guide dog?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
See that. I've got the one from the, is it the City Tuner set? That I've got Jaws sitting in this little doghouse. It's a bit of a running joke. When my friends are in trouble, I hold it up so that they all know they're in the doghouse.
Nice.
From the pictures on the little that fits inside this. I thought that was kind of cool.
See, one of the things that attracted me to that town set is the fact that you got more than like 2 road plates with it as well. I thought it was good. They're not being quite so stingy with them.
Yeah,
I mean, again, I don't know what you paid for it, Papas, but in the UK, that set's 90 English, I think. And yeah, as I said before, like I've been on at the wife for about a month now, I think. I'm like, but that one comes with 3 roads. It's a good investment.
It's Lego.
I can't remember the price of it.
Yeah, and I think it's 90 UK, but again, that's reasonable for it. See, the other one that had what I call the fake monorail in it, in the UK, that's like nearly 160, and I don't think that's as good as the one you've got there. So,
The one that came out in summer or fall, whenever it was.
yeah. See,
Yeah,
the year before, I bought that city set because it had the open top bus, it had the museum. Then they brought out the one that we're referencing, the one before this, and at first I thought, yeah, that looked cool. When I actually got to see it, I was disappointed, and straight away it was off the list. Not for me, thank you. But then I saw this one, and again I thought, well, at least they're bringing it back. The price is reasonable. You get a couple of roads, a couple of buildings, and a couple of vehicles. That's about, on average, what you'd expect to pay for a set like that. I mean, I will be honest, the police station was reasonable. Sesame Street was reasonable. You know, they're not out there galactic prices, the sets you're getting. And yeah, I haven't got none of these yet, but they're all on the list. Don't worry.
I'm actually excited because my buying spree over the last year let me rack up enough points to get the police station free with VIP.
Very nice.
So that was exciting.
So thank you, Lego, for that one.
And unfortunately, a big part of it too was my my pick a brick addiction.
Yeah, I think I was one of those people who made the mistake of buying the old town center from last year. And the selling point was, hey, I could buy this, and there's enough manuals that I can have family and friends, do a set with me at the dinner table, just clear everything up and do Lego for a night. And it did do that, but for what you get in the price, oh my gosh, not worth it.
I mean,
Yeah.
For that set, I think it was like $200 here in the US. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was basically $100 overpriced when you think about it.
At least. And I can't believe they made the box art that they did and made everybody think that it had monorail in it.
Yeah.
Now, so that doesn't bother me because I'm actually doing my own monorail system with the help of a friend who custom printed track for me. But I can see a lot of other people being upset by that.
Well, again, Matt, you just said it with the voting that's been going on. I mean, again, as you can see, the castle here. Now, obviously, because everyone's voting, and I'm not going to go mad on this, the Bionicle, the castle, all these different themes, what you are noticing is the price is going up on all of them, especially me being a castle builder. To get parts now, it's getting very expensive, whereas before it wasn't. With the monorail, everybody's saying they would love it if they bought it back. Now, to me, it's a holy grail set.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. It's what you build up to. Do you know what I mean? As a child, I knew one person that had a monorail set, and he was allowed to bring it out on special occasions if he behaved. Do you know what I mean? It was, So, I did a stream with Matt Elder from the UK a couple of weeks back, and yeah, he bought out the City Airport monorail.
Mm-hmm.
We did a video where he built it and he ran it round, and yeah, it is everything it turned out to be. With that, Chris Brickenit went out and bought one, and Jang Bricks actually got gifted one by a subscriber.
Yeah, that when he put that up, I think it was earlier this week. That was just amazing. And it was everything he got in that box too was almost in like prime condition.
Yeah,
I like this. The person who gave it to him just must not have had any conception of what was in there, or just didn't care.
well, I did hear, it is only a rumor, but I heard there was a story behind it, and it was about someone that had passed, and it was their collection, and that they felt that it should have gone to Jang. How accurate I am, you can't hold me to it, but that's what I heard. And if that's the case, then that just makes it even better, because it's somebody's last wish that it will be seen and played with and enjoyed. Which the whole idea of Lego, isn't it? The whole idea of it is that it brings you joy. So,
Yeah.
you know, if the story's true, fair play. You know, respect for that, definitely.
It was interesting just to see the kind of the look on his face as he talked in that video. Like he was ecstatic to just get it, even though he's not going to use it in his city. He said, just the fact that he actually got the original set, the original model.
This is it. You know, for that reason, you can't bring it back. It would be criminal to bring it back. You know, it was a one-off. It was meant as a one-off. That's what gives it half the charm, isn't it? Like you say. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody is now 3D printing the track, and respect to the people with the power and the ability to do it. I do believe in that, because just like anything, eventually you're going to run out of track, whether it's road plates, trains, whatever. You're going to run out of something. You always do.
Yeah.
I can't believe some people kind of getting triggered because people are, the pieces. Saying they're not available through Lego anymore, and then their crazy price if someone's selling them. And
I mean, again, Papas, did you know about Backchop on the Goat? The Lego Goat is like nearly $50. And it's like everybody's been, it literally came in like one set, I believe. And everybody's been screaming at Lego for so long that they want the whole farm series back again. Now, they keep teasing us. We got the tractor in this new city line, didn't we? I got that one. You know, it's got some nice new pieces in it. And yeah, the tractor was a good build. I enjoyed that. You know, again, they're bringing out the new sets at the right price. They're not going too mad. And, you know, it's affordable, which I like about Lego. I like that about the hidden side. A lot of people didn't get it, but I ended up buying tons of it. I happened to have the hidden side castle sitting next to the big one. So, and nowadays everyone's saying, all I keep hearing across YouTube is, do you know anybody that's got the hidden side castle? And I'm sitting there thinking, I had it day one.
right, how about a bunch of those hidden side sets?
They were really good for parts. I took the Newbury High School and made a mock out of it.
Seems like a few folks I've seen do that with a high school set.
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought the Search Shack was a great little build. It's so perfect for a beach area. Not counting the inside aspect at all, just having that for a beach is fantastic. It's a great spot.
I'm not sure, and you can't quote me on this again. I really need to make sure that the stuff I see in here is correct. But I think, if I'm right, the Brickhead family did 2 of the shrimp shacks, turned it into like a beach promenade. And yeah, it did look really good. Because again, I got the shrimp shack. I basically got most of the first wave, and then when it comes to the second wave, the only thing I bought was the castle.
Yeah, I really like the hidden side. That's what I didn't really get back into Lego. I did it a lot as a kid, and unfortunately, I never saved any of my sets when I was growing up. But getting back into Lego, the hidden side is the series I started buying first when going to the stores and checking out little things to build to get back into it. So even though it's gone, it'll always, I'll always remember it fondly because of that.
Webcam technical troubles. It won't see.
You're right.
See, for me, the hidden side, with the Monkey Kid coming out as well, the hidden side was a lot cheaper. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Monkey Kid. It does all look cool and the builds look cool. But it's very overpriced compared to the hidden side, which was just as good value. You know, the sets were half the price, so you could get twice as much. And I think, if I'm honest, that's what sort of affected Monkey Kid when it sort of started out a little bit. I don't know in America, but definitely in the UK. I mean, I've not seen it hardly anywhere when I've ever been out looking for Legos. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled by the line, but what annoys me is they have a couple of those sets have the fantastic little shops with them, like the Noodle House, whatever it is. Like the huge red mech, I think it is, has that great build with it. But that set is like $120 or something at least. I'm not buying an entire mech and all that just for that little set.
That's true. Yeah. It's a great mech, but if you don't like the mech, yeah, then you're losing a lot of it on that set.
I'm pretty sure that it was on Instagram the other day, but I swear I see a gentleman that have made a full-size mech that you can literally get into. And it's made out of Lego, and I was just like, wow. And I know that Lego Fan UK loves his mechs, so I think I tried to link him into it. But yeah, when I say full-size mech, I mean full-size mech, like human-sized mech. It did look impressive.
I can imagine.
I bet it weighed a ton as well if it was all made out of the brick.
The kind of thing that I like about these Chinese sets as I've been building them is I like the figures. They just give you really cool figures here. Great torso prints and stuff.
This one here's a new one. Okay. I like the orange hair.
That's different. Definitely different.
Yeah, it is.
What do you guys think about Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Harry Potter. I actually really like the new Harry Potter book moments set, especially if you've got kids and they like to do Lego or nieces and nephews. In my case, you can give them the set, and it's all like inside of one little book, and they can have it in a car, or like travel around and play with it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a city person, I'm not really big into the Harry Potter stuff in terms of Lego building, but those sets look cool. I see the benefit of it.
I bought this book because in my house, Mrs. Brett was the Harry Potter collector. She actually had a bulk of Harry Potter Lego, which I've just started with all the figures. And yeah, all I have is the Great Hall set, which is, I believe, $100 plus the bits that you plug in via the Technic pins. I kept the castle because of it being a castle. It's pointless to go and buy another one when there's one here that I could use. So I kept the castle. But yeah, Mrs. Brett is a true Harry Potter nut. And yeah, I believe she's a Hufflepuff and I'm a Slytherin. Yeah. Apparently I'm naughty, so I'm cool with that. But yeah, I got the book, but I've also seen Adora build the books, and the book does look cool. As you said, everything you said is correct. I think for the money, they're quirky, and yeah, they're not overpriced.
But for city building, if you're like, I know, I can't remember. I think it's a newer channel, a teen fan of Lego called Little Lego or Little Lego LIL. She has the full Hogwarts setup, and her Lego city she's working on for her room is basically all Harry Potter themed. And they look really cool and put together, and she makes some mocks and stuff to kind of fill in the gaps. But it's really cool to do it that way. But these books, yeah, I can see why some of the Harry Potter fans might not buy them, just because you really can't use them anything else other than a playset for kids. Hard to take the pieces out of that.
Pieces? Who needs pieces? I've got bulk behind me. I do know that Brixloft just converted one of the Harry Potter buildings into, I believe, a church.
Oh, cool.
Or something along those lines. Yeah, I believe there is a new video or cathedral. Again, don't quote me on it, but you will have to, check the video out, I think, you any time.
Definitely.
That's the thing. That's what I love about Lego. That's why I run my trains to the limit, because it's Lego. Even if you do have an accident, you can rebuild it. It's not gonna. It's not going to involve going out and replacing. And then again, you see the baby with his train. He's 2 years old. He can control the train. And if I speed my train up with that, he'll speed his train up, because we end up racing. Yeah.
Robin Hood Brooks had a great train accident in his video. I think it was Monday this week. He has had a massive derailment and took out one of his buildings.
Yeah. See, again, I did that. I've got a theme park, and I bought the Lego Friends theme park set, and it came with a Ferris wheel. About 2 or 3 days later, I got my first power functions motor. So I thought, I know what I do. I'll see if I can power functions a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
All I can say is, the shuttles off the Ferris wheel went flying up the room. My mate was on the floor holding his ribs, wetting himself. He's like, I bet you won't do that again. Yeah, and that's when I learned that the power functions motor was very powerful, maybe a little bit too powerful for that.
Yeah, I want to get the Diagon Alley, I think, and put that in my city.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, Papas, but Miss Bricks of Fun's just got Diagon Alley. She's building it at the moment.
I actually think I want to get Diagon myself if I can and put that in my city. I think it would lend itself well to an old city space.
I kind of said, and like I said, I'm not really the Harry Potter person in our house. That's Mrs. Brett. I would like it, but I would just like the buildings. I don't want.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more
I
about
don't want anything else. I just want to see what they're about, see what I can do to them, maybe, adjust them. It's mock life, don't get me wrong. It is a good set in its own right. If I was Harry Potter, I would leave it as it is. I think it's plenty for the money. It's plenty of figures, plenty of buildings. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, personally, I would want the buildings. I mean, I'm not Star Wars, and this might upset a few people, but if I had to choose a Star Wars set, I like the Ewok Village because I'd like 2 or 3 of them, and I'd like to build a treetop sort of village, if you know what I mean, a glamping type, outdoor sort of type thing. I don't like Star Wars, but the set's cool. I would have it without the figures happily, and just see what I could do with it.
Mhm.
Put the brain to work and see what you come up with.
Yeah, that would look great. You get a couple of the Ewok Village sets. That would look amazing.
There's so many good builders on YouTube. I mean, I come on last year and I've met some fantastic builders and some amazing people. Do you know what I mean? I truly have.
Oh, that's a great thing.
The community is the best part by far. I mean, the knowledge in the community as well. It's like, everybody shares tips, This is how we all progress with a little bit of help from each other and, these long chats that we have. Techniques and whatnot. I've got to say, Papa, you're not helping me with that set there. You're really making me want to go and make Mrs. Brown and say, excuse me.
I think what I appreciate ever since I kind of got involved with talking to more people and Society and live streams and stuff is, like, if I share something I'm building with a group of folks, I admit that my skill is not as good as other people, but it's the support that people give. Like, oh,
Yes.
That's really cool. Yeah. Like, I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes you can build something as a mock, let's say, and maybe your skills weren't as good then, and you can go back later, maybe rebuild it.
Yep.
As your skills increase. I mean, there's plenty of times I've taken a mock and then took it apart because I just didn't like it. But that's just me.
And that is exactly it, Papas. You hit the nail on the head. That's what mocking is all about. This castle had 2 or 3 different variants before it ended up where it is now. And I mean, like you say, the hardest part is when you run out of parts because I keep having ideas, but I can't put them into practice. It's killing me. And I do want to finish it, but the castle to me was a test of my own ability to see whether or not I consider myself show worthy. Because I've never done a show. As I say, I've only been on YouTube a year. I've been back into Lego 3 years. If I'm good enough to show, then I will make the effort to build things to be able to take and show to people that will hopefully enjoy it. But as Matt said, the feedback you get, my first train video in this room, I put it up and I think it took me a week or nearly 10 days to get the video done and put it up. And I kid you not, within 7 days, I had 1,200 views on it. So people obviously like me and my amateur train building because I was astounded with them numbers. Do you know what I mean? I was hearing other people that have been on YouTube 2 years and never hit them numbers on the video. And I was like, wow. So it is the support you get as well. The fact that all these people come and like what you do and keep watching it and subscribe. As I say, it costs nothing to subscribe. I do love a comment and a like. The likes are for the ego. The comment is for, for your input on what I've done. And I love that about YouTube. You know, it's not always positive comments, but you're going to get that. You know, you got to take the good with the bad, and the percentage of good more so than the bad. And that's what I like. You know, I've met some really good people through just the comments. Like you say, it is, yeah, probably the best part of coming on it.
Yeah, my only regret is that I didn't start talking to folks sooner, because when I first got back into it, I just kind of focused on my own stuff. But then I finally was like, oh, maybe it'd be fun to start talking to people and going to live streams and stuff like that. Really glad I did.
Me too. I mean, again, the 72-hour streams were a big help for me, because I came on like for last summer and that, and there was a 72-hour stream, in which case I met a lot of people. And then they did the winter one as well due to the no shows. And of course, I met even more, and it's like, yeah, I have to explain to my children that I've got friends all around the world now, and they're like, but how's that? And I'm like, well, because we have a mutual interest. We all love Lego, and we start talking. And then, with that, I have to sit and name some of the countries that I have friends in, because they're like, so which countries you got friends in, Daddy? And I'm like, well, obviously I've got friends in America. You know,
Yep.
It's one of them things, but they're shocked, and it's nice to be able to say I've got friends in foreign countries, and we are friends. Do you know what I mean? We all hang out, have a laugh. You know, the partners come in sometimes. You know, get involved or don't get involved. There's no pressure.
Right.
Yeah, I've been trying with Mrs. Brett for the whole year, and she still won't come on. Even though she got me back into the Lego. Do you know what, Poppers? I've got the male. Is that with the baby carrier on it? Yeah. I've got the male version of that.
Best present. Drop a piece. You gotta find it.
That is cool.
Yeah, same thing with us. We recently started our channel about, oh my goodness, like we're on month 6.5 or something like that, 7, something like that. But yeah, it's been a great, fun process for us, and I'm really glad we did this to kind of get out of our shell a bit and meet people. And doing the lives was one thing we didn't think we were going to be getting into for a while, but we just met so many friends, and we wanted to spend time doing Lego with them. So it's been a absolutely wonderful experience so far.
The guide dog. That is cool.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Huh.
Yeah, no, I can understand that at Lego Life. You know, we found each other before, and like you say, yeah, it just gets to the point where you meet like-minded people and you sit and talk about sets and how you had sets, and then all of a sudden you're talking about the weather or something else. Before you know it, it's 4 hours later and you make new friends and you're chatting the next day. It's really nice to see. And yeah, especially in the UK, we've even got a 4th tier now, which is even worse than tier 3, so we're not allowed out. You know, especially with all the children. I'd have been going insane if it wasn't for YouTube.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's why I'm so glad I just got back to the hobby. If I didn't have this over the past year with the current situation, I'd be bugging. I don't know what I would be doing.
This
So
is
glad
it.
I got back into it. Actually, I'll note that I started my channel because a couple of my coworkers, even though they're not into the hobby at all, you know, I've shared my pictures of my builds and stuff like over Facebook and Instagram. And they're like, "Why don't you make a channel and like share videos of stuff that you do?" And I'm like, okay, maybe. And I actually decided about, I don't know, a month afterwards, like May of last year or June. Yeah, why not? And I went ahead and started doing it, and it's actually been really fun.
I do have a little confession. Since I've been on here, I have been trying to convert everybody I meet into trains. I have been quite successful so far. I would like to claim that I got a a Star Wars guy into trains. He was into trains anyway, but I helped him along. Ingrid Wynn, she's just bought the passenger train and she's building that and ballasting that at the moment. And again, you know, I like to spread the influence of trains because as a child, I didn't have a train set. You know, my son came down here. The first time he came down here, he was like, oh, wow. I wished I'd recorded it. It was like truly amazing for him to just come out and say it. And yeah, he goes nuts in here. And with that, ever since then, he took that green diesel train. And for a 2-year-old, he gets me because he wants to sit here with me. And he just goes so hyped that the train goes round. Now, when I was a child, I never had a train set. So I suppose I'm compensating now. And because of that, he's kind of took the addiction. But when he goes back upstairs, we have the metal Thomases and the blue track Thomas. Oh, he's not interested in any of that. He doesn't want any other kind of train. He wants the Lego train.
I don't blame him.
I did say to Mrs. Brett last Christmas, I said, look, if you get him a set, I'll take the motors out. That way then he can destroy it as much as he wants and I'll rebuild it for him. But she wouldn't have any of it. I think she could kind of see that we were going to end up sharing that set.
So this is going to sound like a silly question because I'm not privy on the Lego train versus the model train. Because my dad, I grew up with him doing model trains in the house, but I never caught the bug. Can you take a Lego train or vice versa? Can you make a track where it'll run both technically, or are they completely different systems altogether?
In which sense do you mean, buddy? Can you sort of? I've got the most modern trains, the battery powered, on the powered up and the power function, whatever it is, all the controller. I got a lot of controllers, a lot of Bluetooth. But then on that note, I've also got to say I've now tried the mobile app, and credit to Lego, you know, the app is pretty good and it does control the trains, you know, it does what it's meant to. I don't mess with the older trains because the 9-volt you have to plug in.
Yeah.
On that note, I've got to mention before Christmas we had the electrician out for me. And basically, there was something wrong with the meter. And as he's turned the power off, I'm sitting in the Lego room playing with the trains because they're battery. And he's like, I think I went out to sort of go into my bedroom to grab something because the electric box, we're on the ground floor. We got a back to front house. I went in the bedroom to get something, and as I walked out, he said, have you got trains in there? I said, yeah, Lego ones. He said, I thought so, because I've turned the power off. I said, yeah, they're battery. He said, can I have a look? And do you know what? I stood talking to him for 20 minutes. He subscribed to the channel. He turned around and said, round my dad's house, we've got a box of the old Lego. He said, when I go round there next, he said, you watch, I'll have my hands in that box, he said. So I kind of got him into it as well. And yeah, he subscribed, you know. Legos for everyone. And yeah, you'd be surprised.
Absolutely. I don't mind the train stuff. I like it. I think it's cool. I just don't have the space for everything I want to do. And then to put trains in and do justice for it.
See, now, when I had the city, when I was in the other room, I tried putting the train above the city. Now, I just wasn't in the right headspace at the time to get that done. But with the train, you've got to have, I mean, ideally, if I was being greedy, I'd like to have another room with just a big table on it to do the train. As it is, the room I'm in, I've got 3 pretty big dinner tables that hold all my Lego. I've got one for the trains, one for the castle, one for the city up the end. And yeah, if I could have it set out, the problem with the train is the current corners are very big.
Yeah.
So you do need that lot of room. But given space, yeah, no, I would say go out, invest in some track. I mean, again, it depends how much space you've got. If it's saying you're going to build and take down, it's not too bad. If it's something you're going to build and leave up like I do, then it does end up consuming a lot of space. But the actual build of the train, the setting it up on the track, connecting the phone, it is good fun. And I will be honest, when I got my first train, Mrs. Brett bought me the white passenger. She bought it in July, and because of the house for the children, she said there's no way I can give it to you early. So I had to basically wait 6 months for my Christmas present. Christmas Day, I flattened 3 sets of batteries on that train. I played with it so much. But yeah, it's just a case of collect some track, buy an actual set, collect some track, and have a play with it. I mean, not everyone can leave it up, but then it's also fun to pull out, build, and put away, I would imagine.
Yeah, I have this 2014 passenger train under my table, and it's fun to play with that occasionally. I just don't have the space on the table for it.
Yeah, it takes up space.
Plus, I will note too, I'm also getting my major train fix taken care of by doing the monorail like I'm doing.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's good to hear that you do. I like that there's people out there like me that still believe in the monorail. You know, and it should be held as a sacred set. The one I want, the last time I looked at it in the UK, is nearly £1,000. So, and that's the Blackburn monorail with all the fluorescent yellow and black, which I've already got some of that myself anyway, because I don't do the Bricklink or the Lego store or the Lego VIP or anything like that, but I will disclose where I am in the UK. I do have a lady that I visit that's got a shop near where I am, and I've walked out of there with parts that I haven't seen for 20 or 30 years. I've walked out of there with parts I've had to look up. That's what, and yeah, it's just one woman in a shop. You know, she come to realise that Lego is now becoming a commodity, and she sorts through, you know, she has different drawers for different things, and hopefully it's keeping her afloat. I hope it is anyway. I've bought all my castle pieces out of there, and we're not talking eBay prices, guys. She's a conventional small business, you know, no internet. It's, yeah, the price is on the bag and that's it. And yeah, I've always said to her she was very cheap, but she said, well, it keeps you all coming back. She knows that I'm a YouTuber. I've often said to her, you know, if you ever want me to shout you out in the UK or whatever, I will. She said, oh, no, I don't do none of that internet, you know. And I'm happy with that because, you know, I get my carts, I build amazing things. She sees all that I build. You know, I'm not shy to show it off.
Yeah,
Do any of you guys have a Bricklink store?
Nope.
No.
No.
Yeah, we thought about maybe trying to get into more of the using Lego as a commodity a long time ago when we were looking at trying to get started into it. But to be honest, it would have been more like a second job, so why bother?
Well, what I do keep hearing, and yeah, this is quite strange. I mean, I don't know if you guys know Jazz at Bricks Toys. He rents his sets out. Now, I heard somebody else turn around and say the other day that they did that. Now, that's not a bad idea. I mean, obviously, there's precautions to it. You have to, you know what you're sending out and whatnot. But it's a good way to earn extra revenue out your Lego. Gives people the ability to have a set, build it, see if they like it before they buy it, so to speak. Bit of a different idea, but I thought it was an interesting one because that way then people can always judge what they're buying, which a lot of the time, you know, you look at a box of things and you think, yeah, that looks cool, I'll buy it. You actually get to do the build, and I mean, again, with the modulars, I've got a couple of them. I built Assembly Square. I built Palace Cinema. You know, the Palace Cinema I got 2 Christmases ago. I started at Christmas Eve and I finished at Christmas Day. I think all in all, it took me about 7 hours.
Yep.
And that was obviously with children running around and trying to get peace and quiet and whatnot as well. But about 7 hours and I built that. But I love the modulars. They just take a lot of time. A lot of time. I keep seeing you push them road plates down, Papa. Is that habit or are they actually moving?
What's that?
I keep seeing you push the road plates down. Is it habit or are they actually raising up?
No, when I place, they use a file that puts the two together. And when I put one down, I put the other one. But sometimes it looks like the beams are raised up. They're not. It's just kind of an illusion, I guess.
Yeah, no. Definitely looks good so far. I chose the right set for this one. Not to say that other one was just, too overpriced. Well, too overpriced. Whereas this was a bit more reasonable and it was going to give you enough plates to actually see what you thought about them rather than, what do you get in the new plate boxes? 2 or 3?
4.
I think it's 3. I could be wrong. I haven't opened mine up yet.
This is 4.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, you're right. It's 3 are crosswalked and a smaller piece. So you get the crosswalk and then a small piece.
Yeah.
And then three plates. There's a lot of minifigures in this set.
That's why I wanted to get all the Chinese sets that I got because they all have really, really cool minifigures. One that just came out in January, the Garden set, has a lot of really nice looking ones.
And I guess there can't be enough pizza in the Lego City.
Funny you say about the Lego City. I'll tell you a funny story. Mrs. Brett is a carer. Now, all the people at Mrs. Brett's work know that I'm mad into Lego. So if they ever want Mrs. Brett to do extra shifts, they say, bribe him with Lego, bribe him with Lego. Right. The other day, Mrs. Brett comes in. She goes, I was talking to my friend about your Lego City. With that, I pulled the curtain back to the Lego room and I said, can you tell me where the Lego City is? She says, I was telling her about how great your Lego City was and that I'd get her a picture. So with that, I had to take down what was on the table and start building the city. I'm halfway there, but I got distracted. But yeah, God love the missus for that one. Yeah, he's in the middle of building the city. I said, no. I said, I'd given up the city for now because of the space and I'd gone into the castle. So, all right. Yeah. God love the wife for that one. Yeah, dropped me straight in it. Mama Lego, thank you for the sub. It means a lot to me, and hopefully you're going to enjoy my content when I get round to posting some, because I'm very lazy and I do apologise. I have got like a second cam now that I've got to set up and a few other bits. I'm just a little bit behind at the moment.
Hey, Aaron, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So I know you've done a few giveaways and things like that as you know, your mile marks and your subscribers. I was thinking of doing one at 1,000. When I hit 1,000, so I'm not familiar with all the tools, like the, you know, how do you pick a winner and just different things like that. Just like I've got one of these sets here that I got with purchase, the Harry Potter monster book.
Oh, cool.
I was thinking about giving it away. I really didn't policy about. Also, well, it was just a free gift for purchase, and also the idea car. I got
Cool.
these, so I plan on doing giveaways for those. At 1,000. Just didn't know what your ideas were on how to do that.
Well, there's a couple of like tools you can use that I can recommend that we use. One for picking a winner, the one we feel is the safest and the most fair, is a website called random.org. And it's just a random number generator that generates the number between 1 and whatever you give it as a pool. And we take all of our entries from the comments and we put them in an Excel spreadsheet, and then they have a number assigned to them. We randomize it before going live, and then we pull the winners that way. But it's a little it's a lot of work to do it that way. The other faster way to do it would be to do a random comment picker. This way, you give it the URL of the video, and it just picks randomly one of the comments, and that person wins. And you can have it ignore duplicate entries, so people who put 5 comments in don't have a better chance of winning. So that you could use as well. But also from our videos, if you go pull up any one of our previous giveaway videos, I can also post it to you on Instagram. We've generated a template we use for the rules, and you can copy it and then just put in all of your own details and dates and times and stuff. And it's a good one because it meets all the terms of use for the giveaway and the legalese sort of mumbo jumbo that YouTube really wants to see when you do a giveaway, because they want to make sure that them or a third party are not liable for your channel's giveaway, and that there's no proof of purchase necessary, things like that.
Yeah, I'll have to get with you on that. I get close to that mile mark.
Yeah, as soon as you get close, just let me know. We can copy and paste it over to you and give you links to the different tool sets that you can choose to use. And the other thing too is you want to make sure you specify if you want it to be international. If you want it to be an international giveaway like we do, it's great, but you will run into problems with shipping to certain countries. If people live. Good example is shipping from the U.S. to like Syria is like impossible. So if certain people who watch your channel are from the Middle East, like we have, who have one, they have to realize that shipping is going to take a really long amount of time, and they will have to pay their country's custom fees to pick up the package. And the only thing you can do on your end is make sure you call it like used Lego bricks, or not even Lego. We call it used building blocks, and we declare the value as $5. This way, if they have to pay, they're paying tax on a really cheap item rather than the full value of the set.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a weird way you have to go about it when you ship to certain countries. But like shipping to the UK and Canada and pretty much everywhere else, even like Philippines, is pretty easy. The shipping's not too bad if you use USPS and you use we use stamps.com to print out all of our labels. So it's not too bad. We're doing a giveaway. I think a lot of people are hesitant because they think it's going to cost a lot of money or a lot of time. It's really not that bad, but it's one of those things where you will attract a lot of negative attention from doing a giveaway. Just it doesn't matter what your true intentions are when you post a giveaway. People are going to get mad if they don't win, and so you're going to have to deal with some fallout, on the other end.
I agree. I think, like you said, they go live. The comment generator or a number generator is a good idea. I will openly admit now I do not enter competitions because I believe that's for everybody else. I've got my Lego collection. I'm grateful for what I have. I don't. I don't win competitions, so I don't enter, and it's there for the other people. I think it's brilliant that people can do it and do it. And like you say, yeah, a lot of the time when it's like universal shipping, a lot of people get worried. I mean, I'll be honest, I've sent from the UK to America and had America send back to the UK, and we've had no problem whatsoever. So, especially with the taxes and everything else, we just get small packages to and fro, and yeah, I think America it was $20 to send to the UK tract, and in the UK the package was a little bit heavier, and I think it was £25 to send tract to America, which I didn't think was bad. So yeah, competitions are great, though. I just don't win. As I said, that's why I don't enter. Plus, there's others out there. There are people that don't have half of what some of us Lego YouTubers have got. Some of the sets are very expensive.
I think I've done one competition just to say what the hell and try it. Of course, I lost by the random number generator.
Aaron, you posted like your upcoming things in your channel. That way, everybody knows kind of what was coming up at certain mark. Is that something that could be recommended to do?
Well, it depends. Like where are you talking about? Like channel schedule that we did, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure which. Like I think it might be in the about part where.
Oh yeah.
I think that certain mile marks, like when you hit something, you away and hit this other mile mark to be your next giveaway.
Yeah, I think the way we did it when we started out, we didn't know what to expect from how fast or slow it was going to be. So we just said, okay, we'll just do every 100 subscribers, we'll do something special for like a giveaway. And then it turned out to be really quick to get to 1,000. So then we ended up just making it, okay, let's just do 250 then. And then that was too quick. Now we're doing just every 1,000 subscribers. Makes it a lot easier that way. But it gives us time too, because we're not giving away new Lego. We're basically anytime we do a set build for a video, it stays put away in a bag, so it's used technically, and the box is gone because we wouldn't want to ship it with the box anyway, because it would be harder to ship that way. So basically, we have to do the videos first to have a whole bunch of sets to give away. So it's kind of nice that we space it out to try to make it as long as we can, because then there's more sets for the giveaway video. So yeah, that's hopefully we found a correct pacing for it at least now. But we'll see how it goes here in the next couple months. And most of the people who enter, I know it's a random giveaway, so we don't really choose who wins. But we've been really fortunate that everybody who's won has been a viewer that doesn't have a lot of Lego themselves, or they're from a country that they can't get Lego very easily, or even from the States. We've had a couple people win who they can't afford the Lego at all. So everybody who's won on our channel, we've been really lucky that they really enjoyed the sets and they're happy that they won because they can't. It's not something they can acquire very easily on their own.
You can get it, but some places can't get it. So it's a crazy price.
Yeah, in the Philippines, you can't, according to the person that was there, you can buy it from the Lego store, but everything is way expensive and the shipping takes forever. So they buy Lego, I guess, from Amazon, at least from where they're from in the Philippines. And so buying it from there, they're basically getting hit with the prices from other users who buy the sets and resell them online. So they end up spending more on Lego than they would otherwise, I guess.
That's crazy.
Do you get most of your Lego from online, guys, or do you guys go to stores like Bricks and Minifigs or like other secondhand style stores more often?
Well, I will say that I'm guilty of, at least as of right now, going to my Lego store fairly often and doing pick-a-brick. The one that I go to frequently is about 20 minutes from me, so it's unfortunately both very easy. It makes it problematic for my wallet to go up fairly often.
Yeah.
I use eBay. I will admit to that one. I'm one of those buyers that when I go on eBay, I literally click buy it now, because if I see something I want to purchase it, I don't want to. I suppose I'm what you call the wrong sort of eBay person, really. I should sit and do the auctions, but as I said, real life gets in the way of that and whatnot. And when I choose Lego, it's buy it now, right? It'll be posted for 7 days. I'll see it then, and I do that. As a rule, most of mine is pre-owned. I've sorted till my fingers have fell off, and some. I've had crayons, sweets, soldiers, all sorts of things in the bulk. And yeah, a lot of what I have, Facebook Marketplace. I don't use the Lego store. I don't use Bricklink. I'm not members of any of that. If you took me to Legoland or the Lego store, I don't think you'd get me out.
I think I went to there. I've got a 5-hour drive to my closest Lego store. So a lot of it's Walmart, Target, used Lego. And I'm pulled out plenty of crayons and goofy stuff. But then I'll sort through it, wash it in laundry bags, and sort it.
I mean, I don't know about you, Richard, but I think with the bulk, it's also the thrill of when you sort of buy a bulk, you never know what you're going to get. It is just a box full of bricks, and until you sit and go through it, you ain't really got a clue. And I've done that with a few bulk bins, and I've really come off very well. When Mrs. Brett and I first met, I didn't live with her. And she'd come over to visit, and she said, I want to go uptown with the kids. Fine. About 20 minutes later, I get a phone call. She's like, Brett, I'm standing in like a Goodwill, like a charity shop, you know, where it's donated to a charity, whatever. And she's like, "There's a great big bag of Lego here." I said, "Right, go and have a look. Tell me what's in the top." She said, "Hang on. 1, 2, 3." She counted about 15 Harry Potter figures. I said, "Right, how much is the whole bag?" She said, "The bag's £30." I said, "All right, then get the whole bag." When she come back, I looked the figures up and they were £120 for the 15 figures. She told me over the phone. The rest of the bag cost us absolutely nothing, and it was full of city sets, vehicles, other Harry Potter Lego. Do you know what I mean? That bag was an absolute steal for £30. But yeah, there was a lot of other stuff in there, like you say, Mega Blocks and whatnot. I'm very particular with my collection. I don't like anything that isn't Lego. I scrutinise everything. You know, there are 1 or 2 bits and bobs I have that are not Lego. I will admit that I have some road plates that are not Lego, but they're only there if I want to mock things out or ban things or
Non-Lego base plates, if I need them for stuff.
yeah, that's it. You know, the difference is like the city, the castle, the trains, all the space I've got. All of that is as is. I mean, I've got classic Benny from like 19, whenever it is, 82 or whatever. I've got all of them. I've got bits of Technic. I've got bits of Paradisa. I've got classic space. I've got bits of everything. Just so many good themes. That's the trouble.
I don't mind doing bulk. Problem is that there's not a lot of folks in my area that are really selling things. And there's been a couple of times where I've seen something and I just don't catch it in time to make the purchase.
See, I can always find it, but it's when I've got no money. When I've got money, I can't find anything. It's fine. You know, my last lot of base plates, I was trying to bid on a castle because I was going to part it out into the big one. And by the time I'd said to the missus, "Can you order this?" it had bids on it. She placed the bid. By the time the reply for the bid had come back, it had been marked as sold. That's how quick things are going at the moment on eBay. So with that, I bought the road plates instead, which I was more than happy with. And that's the old vintage grey ones, not.
Really?
I have to rep them. I get my friend Brick Sloth. If you see Sloth City, Sloth's got the vintage road plates. You know, for me, it's nostalgia. As a kid, I had like 3 or 4 plates, and I felt, you know, amongst my friends, I was quite privileged because I had more than 2. You know, most of my friends didn't have more than 2 plates. You know, but I'm going back to the sort of, you know, middle of the 80s here. It was very different back then. But yeah, now I could literally fill this room with plates. I've got that many. I've already got a city with probably 30 plates, and I've probably got another 40 plates sitting waiting. It is just space. It is that common denominator that kills all us Lego builders. Space. We haven't got enough of it.
Well, I sit here and I lament that I live in a townhouse. It's just me, so I'm using my second bedroom as my Lego room.
Very nice. Very good.
But I lament that, I don't have enough space because my point of comparison is somebody like a Jane Bricks who's using a family room, you know, 500 square feet for his city. And I'm like, I want that.
Do you know what, Matt? I will tell you, above us, I told you I live in a townhouse. It's all back to front. We had our bedroom above us in the front room for whatever reason. Mrs. Brett likes change, so okay. And the room up there, like you say, I could have a table for trains. I could have a table for building. I could probably have a filming area. And I'd probably have enough room for a city as well. But Mrs. Brett said I would also have enough room for a bed. And then she probably would never see me. So the chances of me getting that room disappeared, and I got nominated to the room I'm in now, which is very small and narrow. But yeah, you know, there are a lot of people out there that don't even have a Lego room. So, you know, I am very grateful that I do have somewhere to keep my hoard, because otherwise this would be a pain in the butt to move, because I have got
it's absolutely all relative. I feel like I don't have enough space only because I know I want to keep building, but I know I've got more space than a lot of other people actually do. So it's not that horrible.
That's amazing what some people can do with those. And they get real creative how to jam as much as they can in a small space.
Well, some folks have gone creative when they have to do things like that, and they do the multi-layer, multi-tier kind of things.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's about the only way. The room we're in is just an extra bedroom, but it's a very tiny room. And if we were to do a Lego city, the only way we'd make anything fit is we would have to build it on the wall and build it like a city that's just from different shelves and things like that.
Yeah, when I see people do that, it pains me.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel right.
Hence the no city in this room.
So these marketplace stalls are really cool. I do like how these are coming out.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, again, with the city, they've just brought out all them 3-in-1 creator sets. The skate park, the toy shop. What else did we have? The one with the red slats on the window. I'm trying to think.
The townhouse and pet shop one.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? All of them. I mean, my friend Buckchop's done a mock of one of them, and it's absolutely brilliant. I don't know if he doubled it up, but yeah. It looks amazing. Them 3-in-1s, they're quite interesting little builds, and I like them.
Oh, I
work off them
that.
as well.
Yeah, I got that toy shop one last year after it came out. And I was like, this would be fun, but it's a little Creator 3-in-1, and it's meh. And then I put together, I'm like, I love this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I actually got one set, and the third build was an amusement arcade. And that set never see the first or second build. It was just always the amusement arcade. But like you say, they were reasonable for the money. The 3-in-1 creators. Some of the stuff, the Monkey Kid, it's nice, but it's very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah. This makes me laugh. This set has the my Sig Fig torso included.
Oh wow.
That's great. And a kid wearing a parka, looks like Kyle from South Park.
There you go.
I do love that hat. That hat is nuts.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys can see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, is that the roof of the pizza joint?
Miniature rebling, I guess it's called.
That's cool. Little 1x4 glass panel with this print on it.
It's like is that like jousting?
Yeah, looks like figures jousting.
Oh,
And
cool.
it actually is going to go on this. It looks like it's going to go on this window panel when I get to it in the step. That's cool.
So, Brett's builds. If I was to buy a train Lego set, which one would you recommend to begin with?
See if I was shit, I'd throw you in at the deep end and I'd say the Emerald Knight, but I'm not wicked. And again, it depends. Alec, like, if you just want to start out simple, start with a passenger. If you want to go a little bit more mid-range, then go for maybe the cargo. You know, if you want to go all out big guns, then there are trains that reach sort of, you know, out there prices. Not out there because they're not out there, but you know what I mean, up there in that respect. They're not the price of a basic set. And as I say, if you're going to get a set, you may want to get more pieces of track. You may end up having enough room to extend the layout you've already got and want that track. So if you're going to get a set, I would say get a passenger first and get a few packs of track, or maybe go on eBay and get some pre-owned track. Do you know what I mean? In the bulk. That way, then you're not going to end up short if you find that you have got a little bit more room at the time than you thought you'd have.
Gotcha. But there isn't like a set. If the person like me, you know, hasn't caught the train bug, but is looking to explore, there isn't like a go-to starter set or anything that usually people would say, "Oh, we got to buy this model because it's the one to kind of get you started." Or
then yeah, what I would say, Lego Life, and I'll give me a second. I'll disconnect. Then at the moment, I would say this one, which is the blue and yellow passenger. It's the current train. You can get it pretty much anywhere. But with this train, they have just brought in the 2-carriage policy. Now, the last passenger train was a 3-car. I don't know if you can see, there's one there, one in the middle, and then one further on. When they brought out the blue and yellow, they only brought it out as the 1 car and the carriage behind. So you had to get 2 sets if you wanted to complete the train end to end, which, being a trainophobe, naturally I had to do. But yeah, this passenger train, it's a lot of fun. In the UK, it's about 100. It comes with all the power functions that you're going to need. You just need batteries to build it, and then you're basically off. Yeah, but my advice would be, and again, I gave this to Ingrid before she came into train, get yourself some pre-owned track. Have a bit more than what you get with just a set when you buy it, just to be sure. You know, even if you spend $20 and get 5 or 6 more pieces, it's better to have it than not have it. And Ingrid, I think she bought a couple of packs of track, and yeah, you know, then she got her layout set out. But yeah, it would be this train, the blue and yellow passenger. And actually, if you want a live fact, at the moment, the trains where I am in the southeast of the UK are actually blue and yellow. And all the drivers wave at the baby because on the school run, we happened to cross a train bridge, and I like hold him up and he can see the train. They bip the horn for him and they wave at him. So respect to the UK train drivers for taking a minute out to see that the kids are watching. And yeah, obviously Tom is train mad, so he absolutely loves it.
Yeah, no, that looks
But
like
yeah,
the one. Cool.
they're a good build, the trains, and I think they're reasonably priced. You can go from this, which is 100. I mean, the green one behind, which is the one my son stole. That's the current cargo, and I believe that's about 180 UK. And then I've got another cargo, which is right up the top, which you can't see because the castle's in the way, but you can see the carriages for. And that one, I think I paid 100 for just the train and the power functions. So, I mean, you can pay 100 for a train or you can pay 100 for a set, but the extra track is always a must. You know, if you can, do it straight away because you will not regret it. As soon as I got my first set, I got 2 boxes of extra track with it. And yeah, I built the original track, run it around like the first couple of times with that. Then I opened both the other boxes and started changing it. So yeah, get a couple of packs of track, then choose your weapon of choice, i.e. train. Like I say, the blue and yellow one's a good train. It's a good starter train. You may find you want to progress from there onwards. I can also tell you the hidden side train. Speaking of the hidden side again, that is not a powered train, and I powered that up myself and had that going around my layout. There is also the same for the Hogwarts. That is not powered, but if you talk to the right people, it can be powered. There's a way to power it, and you know, they're not motorized trains, but you can motorize them. The same with the Crocodile. I believe that's not motorized, but there are many a video out there on how to motorize it. The good thing about the train as well is you can also get the app on your phone, and it does work, and it works pretty well. I tried and tested that myself because I was skeptical at first, but yes, hats off to Lego. The app on the phone is very good. I can't knock that at all.
Well, sounds great. Thanks so much for the info. We're probably looking at trying it, see how we like it. We don't really have space for a city, but we do have space to run some track and do some videos with training. That could be fun.
As I said, my first layout video, literally 1,200 views. I was so shocked. But I did sort of have a bit of a big layout, and the only problem with that is the longer the layout is, the quicker it kills batteries, because the bigger the layout, the further the train has to go. So I found that I was running out of batteries very, very quickly.
Heard too that power functions dies a lot, or powered up dies a lot faster than power functions did. Allegedly, I don't know if that's true.
I push the trains. I will be honest, they are toys. You know, as our Lego Life said, they're meant to be played with. You know, I've had the occasional adult come round and ask if we can have a little play. You know, they're like, I don't mean to be rude, but can we have a go at your train? I'm like, You know, certain people get special privileges. The baby, obviously, he just commandeered the green train. You know, it was the one he always went to. And now we actually play a game with it. And I can show you this. It's quite amusing. With his train, because it is the way it is, double-ended, you can put a fig in each end. So he has to play Where's the driver with me? He will lift one end, and then I turn the train round, and he will lift the other end, and he's like, "Oh look, Daddy, the driver's in there." Then I do it again, and yeah, we got a thing for it. And like I say, that's his train. He likes the controllers. He likes to walk around with at least two of them. He also likes it when I put my trains on as well. We train together. That's probably his most happy time when we've both got them running. But yeah, it's a constant struggle. This train has the batteries changed in it more than any other because it's my son's. But like I say, I kind of infected him, so I've got to give him at least one, you know, but he doesn't take it upstairs. It stays down here in the Lego room. We're in the midst of potty training, and I've just turned around and I keep saying to him, "You go on the potty, you can come down and you can have a couple of laps of the train." And every time I say potty now, he runs away from me. Bless him. But he will get a go on this train soon.
Well, it looks like Papa's Bricks is already done with his build already. Looks like. At least I saw it. I think he moved the screen away.
Oh yeah, he went over to Brad. I was gonna see what he had there. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, it looks like the whole set there, man.
Okay. Looks good, Papas. I like that.
I think I'm happy with it.
Yeah. There's definitely enough going on, isn't there?
Definitely gives you a good feel or idea of, you know, it's don't have the curve anymore, but you can still do, you know, a corner. I think it's more.
Yeah.
Looks like a good representation of the 2021 stuff.
Yeah, Aaron, I got the that passion set, and I think for what it is, it's a pretty good basic set. It comes with the power function. I think I bought two packs of train track to build the layout that I have. But with just no extra track, you can still build a pretty good little, and it gives you some little ideas what you can build with it.
Yeah, I think I pretty much sold. I think I'm gonna look at getting a train to see what I can come up with and see how it fits into stop motion animation and trying to fit it in our small space. See how it goes.
Right.
If you're doing stop motion, you can get some excellent train crash footage going there.
Yeah.
I definitely like that stop motion stuff. It's pretty neat, but I can imagine how much time it takes to do that.
You would actually be surprised, but the 2-year-old loves all the stop motion stuff. He sits upstairs on YouTube and he will watch, like, you know, people's stop motions, and he's happy as Larry. My only regret is they're not long enough. You know, we need a 3 or 4 hour one. There you go, mate. You said, what's that?
I don't have the patience to do stop motion.
Yeah, it takes a while sometimes, but I'm getting faster at it the more I do it. So it's kind of one of those things where it's a steep learning curve, and then as you find a rhythm, it can get tolerable. but it's still not the best way. If you need a video and you need to put one out from YouTube and you need to do it now, then it's stop motion is not the way to do that.
Yeah, I like how you build the set. And so it goes a little quicker, like, and obviously if you're building it live or something like that, or building it and then just speeding up the speed builds. I think that stop motion is, it's sped up, but it's a lot more entertaining. I think watching it build that way.
Yeah, that's the reason why we started doing it that way. Is because when I was watching speed build videos on YouTube, I was ran across somebody who did the stop motion, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, this is a way more fun way to watch and do a speed build if we're going to do speed builds on our channel. And then that's the reason why we kind of started looking up how to do it and kind of practicing and going from there. But with the train, it'd be the same thing. We build the sets and stop motion, and then we would try to see if we could, do a stop motion using the train. That would be kind of cool. And I think since there's power up functions in it, it could be a really cool thing to mix live action with stop motion from different angles. It could be really quite cool.
Second, what I can do, and they go live, is at the moment we're on these controllers.
Okay.
And you have the plus and minus, so you can actually gauge the speed of the train. You can sort of like 3 pushes will be like mediocre, 4 pushes it's starting to speed up, 5 pushes it's going quite fast. Do you get what I mean? So it'll be perfect for you with the stop motion, I think.
And then you set that app for the train. It's got sound. It's got sounds in there.
Yeah, them sounds are cool. Yeah, again, the baby likes them. I have to take the phone off him because he sits there pressing the horn all the time and it gets annoying. I'm like, all right, that's enough of that. Thank you. But yeah, no, the sounds are good. There are quite a selection, like you say.
Aaron, like too, if you don't have a very big city, then the passenger train would probably be a good set for you. Where with the cargo train, you would need, like a loading dock or a port of some sort, maybe some other buildings along with it. With the passenger train, it would fit really easy into a couple buildings, some small builds, maybe a couple modulars, and it would look like the train's going through a city, as a passenger train.
Yeah, no, I think, that sounds, it's going to meet all of our criteria, because I know especially my dad would actually watch my channel if I put a train on my channel. Because he loves the trains, but
and I like the monorail too. Like Matt there, he's got a pretty cool setup. I like that. And
Yeah, monorail videos tend to get a good amount of hits on my channel right now.
And I guess probably doesn't take much room. Just trying to figure out where to put the I don't know what we call them, elevated track. Just getting the spacing set up for that.
maybe I'll do a video of like when you don't have enough room for all the track you want to roll, and then we'll shoot the video from different angles of the track going up and down the stairs in the bathroom while someone's in the shower, and then just keep running it, and it'll appear like the track goes through everywhere, but you just rebuild the track that you're using for each shot. That could be kind of funny.
Right? They can make it look like you got a mile of track and do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I right, Rick? Is it that Ken Marlowe bricks? Has he got the train running around the top of the ceiling in his room? I believe. I swear, I see him at one point, and he has the train running around the top of his room, literally on a shelf around the entire room. Wow, look at that.
And I haven't done the gate yet, but yeah, these are pretty cool.
Yeah, it's coming along great.
All this will be going in my little Chinatown section I intend on building at some point soon. Four bags for the main gate. I think I'll hold on that for the time being.
Aaron, so how many of those sections are there? Oh, okay.
Do you feel you have to be real precise putting that together? With all those little pieces, those little plates and tiles?
Yeah, I can make your finger probably.
Hell yeah, because just half of the helmet's done. So, yeah, I think I'll be continuing this on the next time we come to a live and actually finish it so I can display it somewhere. But this was one of those where this was given to me for Christmas, and I just never gotten around to doing it.
It does look neat seeing it up close.
Yeah, and it's not even the border and the pieces back that reinforce it, so it should look a little bit nicer, but I don't know, I have mixed feelings. Like, I know this was a gift, so I love it because the person who gave it to me obviously is close to me, but value for money, this is not a set I'd recommend that people get, because it's a bunch of the one pieces, and these are fairly easy to get pick a brick or buying it, not even pick a brick, just go online and you can order all the individual pieces and kind of do your own mosaic. There's a lot of computer programs where you can take a picture of yourself, and I think they even are releasing the new mosaic maker from Lego right now. But to be honest, there's actually other programs online that are used for other crafts and arts and stuff that people have been using for a long time to make your own kind of art sets. So. Not sure if I would get this one again, but it is definitely an interesting, fun build. It's different than the other sets because since you're dealing with all these little pieces, after a while, it does get a little more tiresome than normal building. Like, my eyes hurt a lot more than if I was to be building a normal city set or something, doing stop motion. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, this seems a little more tedious. But it's still pretty fun. And that's the key thing, I think, is just finding a way to store all these pieces and kind of put them in you got to like sort them so that when you're doing them, you put the ones that you have the most of, which are like the black and the gray and the blue. I put these in their own containers so that I can find them easier because they just come in random bags when you get it, and it makes it kind of hard because all you get is the random bags in this clump of base plate. That's kind of what the set is, and then everything from there is just going through the instructions.
That's pretty neat.
It's neat to see it. I don't think I'll invest the money in it right now.
No.
We have slow progression. I've got to dig parts out, poppers. I've got to dig out so many parts. But yeah, I'm building my own version of a spaceship, and when I say spaceship, it is literally a spaceship. It's parts of a Lego boat with parts of an airplane with other bits.
Looks pretty big.
It is pretty big, and it's going to be pretty big. I got carried away with the castle. I'm stuck on parts. I gave my mate a choice the other day of what I would do, and he said, "You ain't built the big ship for a while." He said, "You moved it around a bit, but you ain't done nothing to it." So I'm back doing this because I've got parts for this at the moment. So yeah, I did trial and error, total mock, no rhyme or reason, just what I've got lying around.
Cool.
So what's your next that you're going to plan to do, Richard? Well, not today. I meant in general, like on your channel and for the city.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. We're just kind of, I don't really plan anything out. It's kind of, life's got to happen first. Like, we're kind of snowed in, weathered in, I guess, for this weekend. So I'm not really going anywhere. And I was supposed to be in my Lego room, but it's cold in there, so the wife gave up her crafting for me to build this, go live. But I think I have to try and figure out how to integrate this in my system. I've been doing some small builds, kind of like this here is pretty narrow, along our train track. So I've got some small space between the train track and the road, so I've been putting some small builds in there. And maybe not necessarily closing up the back because it kind of makes a tunnel for the buildings between the train.
Actually, Richard, you know what else might be cool if you're thinking about that kind of stuff, and if you've seen this, and I think I reviewed this on my channel. Like these are the small ones that came with the shopping street
Yes.
build. These would be perfect for that same kind of style, like you did with the salon thing, like you're talking about with the pizza shop.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just not sure what I want to do with these yet.
No, that's kind of what I want to do along that strip.
And then there's this one here too.
Yes. Yeah. That's a pretty cool set too.
Matt, did you elongate those with longer plates, or is that are they normally more than the? Because I thought they were only like 4 stud wide or something like that.
I mean, this is literally just the set build.
Oh, okay.
And it does attach to the new row plates here. So that's how I've gotten my 2 or 3 plates. Is I got this set just to kind of check it out.
Okay.
It's nice for what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't realize there was that much courtyard in them. I guess from the box it looked on that set it was a little more shallow.
It's nice space. I'm kind of surprised at the kind of space it has. What I think is kind of amusing is this panel here. Like literally, it's an outside gym and bench. Like really? But okay.
Yeah, I like that set.
I think that was maybe $70 or $80. It also did come with 2 vehicles as well. I think it had a repair truck and very generic 6 stud wide car, very Lego-ish.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like some of the details on the city too, like tiling sidewalks and setting up scenes. Trying to build trees and flowers, things like that to kind of fill in, just added detail to the empty spaces.
Yeah, that's actually why a lot of my redesign that I'm doing has been very, very slow and very steady, because I'm really focused on all those little design aspects that I wasn't in my first go around with my build. Trying to do trees and really figure out how I want to set up little scenes and things like that.
Like put in street lights on the four corners. So I've got two street lights that are, you know, kind of high and hang over the city road. I don't even know if does Legos are making anything like that. I don't think they do.
Hmm.
Kind of like street lamps that come with the road plates. The dark light, those are pretty cool. And they come with some small street lights. You know, red, white, or yellow, and green.
Yeah.
Nothing tall. Just adding things like that.
Papas, is that what you're on about? That sort of thing?
Yeah, that's cool. That's like sidewalk street lights. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's nice.
But I was thinking
That-
more traffic light, the one that.
All right. Yeah, and the white one. Do you mean the white ones?
No, I'm not.
Let me have a look. Hang on a second.
I haven't seen anything that Lego makes. But I'm talking about like the traffic signal lights that are, you know, a real tall pole.
Do you mean these ones?
No.
Dang.
Those come with all the modulars. The traffic signal like those
These guys?
yellow and green light. No.
These are so basic.
Yeah, like you can click on the speed limit sign. But I've made two, and they're really tall, and it hangs over the city street, and it's got the red, yellow, and green traffic light on it. If I was in my Lego city, I could show you.
I admit that I kind of bit my traffic light design off of Jane Brooks. Looked at a couple of his videos that had street lights and focus or traffic lights and focus, and I was like, okay, buy that part, and I did.
Right.
It works. Why not?
Yep.
Well, I think I know what I'm going to do after the stream today. I'm going to go look up and see if I can find a copy of that train and some extra track. Come up with a movie. Maybe I'll shoot it for next weekend.
Got a convert.
Yeah.
Train lover.
Well, if you do, can you drop me a message on Insta, please, so that I can be there to see the video?
Sure, will do.
Did you say traffic lights? I think I got some somewhere.
I know Lego makes a small one. It comes in the Lego City Sets or extras pack.
Hey, Aaron, I just gave you a follow on Instagram too, so I can see if you do anything.
Okay, cool.
All each other. Share ideas.
Was it this one?
Yeah, no, I've got that set. I've got a couple of those. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the traffic lights. But those are more like minifigure height. You know,
Yeah, they're not to scale properly, I would think.
right. So I've made a couple that are taller, like twice, and then they hang over the street, like I don't know, our traffic lights are like that too. You know, where they hang the
Yeah, I got this because at some point a long time ago I thought we were gonna do a city, but I'm glad I didn't buy too many of these because we're not doing that. But we do have a
That's pretty
couple.
good. Because it's got like the push button, the minifig with the yellow button there on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think I still have one or two of those bags laying around on my shelf here somewhere.
It's kind of morbid. It comes with a bone.
yeah.
And apparently an aged banana in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think we're going about 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to call it quits and go eat dinner. Maybe watch a movie.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I think I got through most of my build for the moment, so I'm pretty happy with that.
I appreciate you all coming on, and it's always a lot easier to chat when there's us with you.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Appreciate you inviting me, buddy. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, that was fun.
Definitely. All right, well, make sure you go like each other on their subscription, subscribe, and follow on Instagram so we can keep in touch. But definitely like the same thing, Aaron. Cool. And you can blame Brett for that. Go mess up on the train. It's always his goal. All right, thanks for coming.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks, guys.